Everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for training purposes only. We're not responsible for your trade, and we're not your financial advisor. We strongly recommend to learn a little bit about the market before you start using before you start using real money. You're welcome to follow any of our signal as long as you are on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade. At the moment, we just have the ES on the precision auto trade closing position, and we will be cover what's going on Friday. Usually Fridays are different. On that trade here, as an example, we nailed on the last trade here $850. All the auto trades are on $1,000, but I strongly recommend that you should not activate if you are just a little bit away from the $1,000, and if you think the market maybe now the auto trade taking another trade and there is an 850 into the profit, so you can stop it or you can wait, but I would not, if there is $100 shine away from the $1,000. I personally prefer to stay away out of trouble and call it off for Friday. Friday is a little bit unique day because you don't want to be in a bad mood on the weekends because you made a mistake. And if you have an 850 on any given day and you still have 150 to hit your 1,000, maybe it's better to stay away from the trouble and not take in one more trade. This is the smart trader will do, because if you notice right now, we have 4 contracts short, and if this market is not going to go to your favor, it's going to suck half of your profit. So maybe sometimes it's better not to mess with it, and if you are $100 or $200 away from that trade, call it off for today. As we see right now, we are going short, and maybe some of you don't understand what is in institutional numbers. Usually on Friday, as you see here on the target, there is target 1, target 2, target 3. The target 3 is for the afternoon, but the target 1 and 2 normally hits before 12 o'clock. Those are institutional numbers, and when the market touches those numbers, there is a profit taken. As an example, you can see here the auto trade or the technical analysis here is telling you that hit the target 3 times, 4 times, profit was taken, igniting the ES to pull back because it was a closed position, but the short trade is still on, but every time it's touching the target 1, some profit taken, and when there's some profit taken, of course the market go the opposite direction. So as we see here right now, we are going to the target 1 again, and it could be some more profit taken on target 1. Normally on a Friday, what they do, once you hit the target 2, there is nothing left. There is nothing left till 12 o'clock. And usually on Friday, they hit a little bit early, around 11 o'clock. So what we are looking at here, because of this profit taking, and maybe if we can go ahead and secure that trade here, manually we override the auto trade by break even. And as we see at the momentum here on the ES is pointing down, the pressure, the momentum on the market is pointing down. So what's going on that trade? We got 850 on the previous trade, and right now we got 1,200. That will put you around $2,000 on that trade. Once this market hit target 2, I will be forced closing this auto trade, because you're going to maximize your trade by closing position Normally what happened on those institutional targets, once they hit target 2, they're gonna go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between target 1 and target 2. This is where 95% of the traders, amateur trading, they want to auto trade, they don't know what's going on, then we start losing money. Because what you need in the auto trade is a highway, freeway. You cannot get caught in a traffic light, then you start losing. So what requires the auto trade is a trending. When the market is not trending, then you start losing money on any given auto trade, whether it's from us or somebody else. As you see here right now, what we have done, we broke even, so we are more relaxed. We have $600-700 we can take away and close it. The daily target is 1,000. We nailed 850, and probably we can nail another trade, or we can close that trade, or you can walk away with nothing on that trade. So this is a very key. This is a very key for auto trading, because auto trading is taking the trades, the motions away from you, and is taking the trade, but you are the manager behind the auto trade. When there is no management, that means your auto trade is turned loose, and there is no one controlling that auto trade. So as we see here, look at this. Now we got only $100 out of that trade, 100, and minutes ago you had $2,000 into the profit on that auto trade. And what happening right now, this is the biggest mistake right now. If the auto trade going to take a long trade in here, most likely you will be losing money. The reason is there is a re-entry point at 45.41 is waiting, while the amateur trading start taking a long trade in here, where for a professional trader he will be sitting here, you know, like a duck, and there waiting to hunt the ES. So this is where the miscalculation by amateur trading. That's why you see up to 95% people are uneducated, they lose money. 95%. I was reading today, this morning, and any trader does not do his analysis before he start auto trading or manual trading. 95% of those traders, they lose money, they never make it. They never make it. They keep purchasing, wasting time, looking at PNL, and they don't know what they're doing, and they are going to lose. 95%, the number I was reading this morning, it was scary. And that it is a bulletproof that no one in this business can bull his way around, and he thinks he can manage by say, I'm smart, I can get away with it, or I can optimize it, or I can tweak the auto trade so I don't have to deal with it, or I can do some prayers, whatever, and all this is not going to help you. What you need to do is you need to roll your sleeves and start looking at the technical analysis. The numbers I have read today, and we deal with some brokers overseas because we do some programming for them. We do some programming not on NinjaTrader platform, on their own platform. And I had a meeting today for another job for one of the brokers overseas. They want me to fly with my programmer to see what we can do. And I was talking to him, and he said some 95% of those people, especially the Forex traders, they are uneducated, and their potential to win is 1 to none. 1 to none. 95%. 95%. Yes, Louis, There is within 90 days. You're right. Within 3 months. You're right. So, as we see here, guys, it is a free education for your own. Don't listen to me because you just want to listen to me. Listen to me to see how you can protect your money. We have no bread with you when you are on a YouTube. We're not collecting your email. We're not doing anything. But if any guy is going to brush off what we are talking about, to me, once I'm off the live YouTube, I'm busy with something else with my traders. But for the guys are sitting and watching or listening, if you want to brush me off, you can brush me off and don't listen. But it is your money at the end of the day. You're going to lose. And then you're going to say, I wish I listened to this crazy son. We are putting out the YouTube out there to help prove to you that all those commercials out there, they're selling auto trades. They cannot trade paperback. They cannot come out live. And they just want to give you the wrong message that you can optimize and then you'll be fine. Optimization, again, guys, I want to keep concentrating on that key. Optimization can give you most likely what is your trailing stop loss, and a break even. And but the reason they want to do that because they are not qualified to train you, because they cannot train paperback. Then they want to get rid of you because they don't want to do the hard work with you. They just want you to pay for this auto trade, and they kick you out as soon as possible, and they give you a couple recorded video. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to go up in the public and facing all kind of criticism. They don't want to get their hands dirty in the mud, and that it is the wrong. And what I'm trying to, all my videos here on purpose, when I'm trying to show an auto trade, you can see yourself here, like what we did yesterday. What you see yesterday, we had an auto trade, was taking a trade. You can make $500 or you can make $2,000 or you can break even. On that trade here, a living proof, 1 minute, you had $2,000. That trade, the last trade, was above $1,000. You didn't take an action when it came into the target one, secure profit. What happened? You just threw over $1,000 out of the window. You literally took $1,000 out of your pocket, driving the car on the highway, and tossed $1,000 out of the window while you're driving. This is what you have done here. Go ahead and make my day. Criticize me as much you want. Make fun of me. Try to do anything. At the end of the day, it is your pocket is hurting, not mine. I can live without being on a YouTube. Believe me, my life will be much easier. And we concentrate only on our members. Our mission to show you that, and that it makes it easy for us to understand for any member want to come in. If you're not learning or if you don't want to learn, we don't want you. The cost of the timing we have to put up with you is 10 times more what you are paying us. So to us it does not pay to have a guy and doesn't want to learn. He just wanted auto trade. That guy is an aggravation to us and an aggravation to him. Because if he thinks it is a wash machine, you turn it on and then you see dollars in your wash machine at the end of the day. We don't want that. There is plenty of people out there that will sell you key to heaven for $99.95. And we don't sell keys to heaven. What we do, we train you as get you on a higher level and telling you all this dishwashers, Autotrade, they call, they are useless if you are not educated. They are useless. And take my word for it. And now we want to take another example here. We're going to take from the market analyzer. The market analyzer is based on 1 minute, and the ES also is based on 1 minute. Now, if we want to look at this technical chart here on the market analyzer, first we look at the momentum in the market, the pressure in the tires, to see how strong this market is. As we see here from the pressure, from the momentum, half of from 1 minute to 30 minutes, half of it in the green, the lower time frame. The bigger time frame is in red, indicating right now that trend is going up and is weak. It's not a bull run. That indication forced me, I don't even have time to do this. Look at this. To break even, plus 1 tick. And this is, right now, I cannot breathe. When you are trading, now I can say, I cannot breathe. Why? Because now you secure plus 1 tick. This trade is not costing you any more money. And if this market goes down, knock you out, there is plenty trades where they come from. Then on the next round, you catch the trend. What you are doing here, gentlemen, is you're trying to catch your fish for today. The fish does not fly from the sea to your boat. If you're buying a fishing rod, it does not mean, you cannot ask the guy when you buy a fishing rod how many fish you can catch a day. It does not work that way in the trading. It's not how many fish you can catch a day. It depends if you can if your fish is eaten or not, and you are in the proper place. So what I'm saying is, right now we are on a break even. This is the way you need to handle auto trades. We have 15 auto trades to choose from, but when you looking at that, for me personally, after 27 years, I will not cash in a winning trade for a couple $100. I will not do that. The reason for that, let me explain to you the psychology behind trading, is much more important than your lousy P&L. Or somebody come out at night telling you P&L only. Before your P&L is a psychology in the trading is making you success or loser before your indicator and your auto trade. When you are trading, the psychology is important on it, that you will not sell a winning trade because you are desperately want to regain your money and sell out a good trade for a couple $100. Another things also on that is when you sell out in a couple $100, you want to jump on the wagon again and try to take a trade. This is the biggest mistake amateur trading do. For me, if I am wounded this week and I had a lousy week, which everyone can have a lousy day, including myself, including biggest companies, they have a lousy days. And that, you cannot prevent it. Welcome to trading. Welcome to hell at the beginning. When you are down on the money or you have lost partial of your account, you're no longer able to close your account or close a trade based on a couple $100. The reason for that because you're going to jump and expose your trade, expose your account to the next trade. And this is where the mistakes start happen by the trader, because right now you're not interested in a small fish. You need a big regain. In order for us to regain, we need to get a bigger fish, and we are no longer interested. We are no longer interested in a couple $100 a trade. On the 15-second, or if you are using a different auto trade, now we're not looking anymore to make $200. What we are looking for is to make $1,000, $2,000 on one single trade and stop. The less you trade, the better you are. As we see here, this is an example. If we see, because it was a high news at 10 o'clock, the manufacturing. And now if we see where is this Nasdaq? Is right at the support. Where is your trade was? Right at the support. This is a wrong trade. And you gotta be careful with it, and you should not give it a lot. You should be immediately cover as soon as possible on that trade. And on the ES is coming to the target 2, most likely it is 45.22. 45.22, so we're gonna put it at 45.04. This is the next level. And we will readjust the target if we need it. Right now we are coming to the target 2. On the target 2, what happened, as we said, is going to be some profit taken. So I'm gonna keep my eye on the profit taken here. At the same time, I'm covering my butt, and I'm trying to say break even plus one take. This way, I feel now I am on a free trade. I'm less nervous. I don't care about the money. Now I can breathe and relax. This is crucial for any trader, the psychology before you start trading, to be relaxed when you are trading and concentrating. Now I'm concerned about this trade because this one here, the target 2, it is going to be profit taking. This is your call, because on the profit taking, what is happening, and now is on the target 3 on the Nasdaq, profit taking and going back to target 2. This is your call to say, I'm off. I'll take my money. I have $750 on this table, plus $900 here. I can take it, close Ninja Trader, and run as fast as you can. You are the best trader. The guy is the one is sitting. I guarantee you, if he's sitting all day long trading, he's the guy is going to lose money at the end of the day. And as we see here, the market came into the target 3, profit taking. Where is going? Is going again to retest the 148.4075. This is your call. It's not the auto trade call. This is your performance. It's not the auto trade performance. You can walk away with that trade on $1,000, and you can walk away with a break even, a plus one take. And it is your call. And if you stay, and if this market going down, you can potentially walk away with $2,000 or nothing. For a guy is struggling with his trade, you should never sell a winning trade on $200. I don't care about all those bozos out there trying to make you to pay money to come to their trader room, and they cannot even trade a paperback. At the end of the day, those guys, they claim they make 100 tick, and then you look at your account, you don't have even 10 ticks profit. And all this is a bunch of crap. You need to maintain what you know. You don't need a guy to tell you what to call a trade for you. You don't give your bread to somebody else. You look after your money. There is no easy exit out of that. So now, as we see here, we have this target 2, the profit taken on target 2. I know that. Before it happened, this is a profit taken. The market is kicking back to target 1. Two options for that trader. You want to take your $600-700? You want to break even? Or you're going to look at the momentum and you're going to make your decision. There is more pressure in here, and maybe I can squeeze another $1,000 on that one. It is your call, gentlemen. The performance is coming from the trader, not the wash machine called Autotrade. Now if we look at the Nasdaq is going back to this number here with a resistance line that if you are more relaxed, you broke even on the Nasdaq, you are more relaxed. You're going to say, either I'm going to lock my $1,000 and get the hell out of Dodge from here, or I'm going to stay in and I'm going to yank $2,000 out of that trade. It's totally up to the trader. It's not the auto trade got to do the thinking for you. And this is your call, gentlemen. If we look, before it happened, when we started today, we said the target 2, the target 1 was a profit taken. This is the target 2. What happened in the target 2? The ES stopped at the target 2. Profit taken. So if this market going back, I know it's going to the target 2, to the target 1 to retest the numbers has dropped. And if we look at the ES, where is this ES? Right at the target 2. And we know we have $800 in there. We know maybe the sellers there were trying to push it like what they did to the Nasdaq to the target 3. If the seller is trying to hit it to the target 3, this is your lucky day. But you're still maintaining a good profit. You're still maintaining a good profit. Or in the other direction, if this market want to go to target 1, you're happy what you're looking at. You don't want to re-enter the market anymore. You want to call it off for today. Then what you do, you take your trading stops all the way to the 45 on the top of this bars. You secured like maybe $500-600. If this market going down, that will be good. If this market going back, I'm taking my profit and I'm going to run. You know? So this is where everything on this 2 auto trades, everything what I see here is depends on those level in the market, and the target 1 and the target 2 and the resistance. And now I can see the market is about to hit the target. If we survive the target 3, and there is a good potential what we have done to you, we put those 2 yellow lines here. And it is on the 2 yellow lines. The same thing vice versa on the top. Once this market enter those 2 yellow lines, no more short trade. Your auto trade should not take short trade, and you should not think about short trades anymore. It's the opposite. Once this market enter those 2 yellow lines, it is a reversal. When those amateur traders, they're using a dummy ATR, auto trade, and when they are taking a short trade in here, you are reversing, you are doing the opposite what those unprofessional traders, they sit down and gossip all day long on the net. They have nothing to do. And if we look at this Nasdaq, what you walked away with, one tick. It was your call. It was your call to either grab the money, it was on your table, and if you're looking at the kitchen window, at the sky, waiting on the dollars to drop on your head, guess what? Keep looking, because the dollar is not going to drop on your head. You have to earn it. You have to put your hand in somebody else's trader's throat and yank the ticks out of his mouth. You cannot sit down with a fork and a knife and waiting to be served. What you need to do, roll your sleeve, put your hand in some other trader's mouth and yank the ticks out of him and walk away from the trader. This is a good trader, not some stupid P&L. Oh, I made $200 today. Yeah, tomorrow you lose $2,000. Big deal. Even if you make $2,000 today, by luck, tomorrow you're gonna lose it if you don't know what you're doing. So if we look here at the target 2, if we look at this momentum here, there is a good potential. Maybe this market, they want to push it to the target 3. Once we hit the target 3, it is done for today. Right now, what we have is 1029. 1029. Doesn't matter the time in here. Once we hit the target 3, we are closing this live webinar today. It's done. After 12 o'clock, if you still have the appetite to sit down and mess with the market, welcome to trade and come and mess with the market. If you want to put your hands in the fire again, you're welcome to do it. Jump. Nobody is stopping you. We all grown people. So right now, I wanted to evaluate what's going on in this market. We understand the target 2, which we have predicted that it will be profit taking. If this market going up is going to target 1 and then going back to target 2. If the seller is trying to push it very hard, they may be gonna hit it on the target 3, but maybe it's a little bit early. Maybe by 11 o'clock they will hit target 3. So we already, it's like when you're taking a flight, you feed the computer all your schedule, your flight, your heights, your destination, and when you are trying to auto trade in the morning, or when you try to open your Ninja Trader, you need to set what's going on. You have to make the pre-flight check. Where is estimation this ES is going? Where is most likely we're gonna have a problem? Where I can start from? Can I start from that area or that area? When you make all your check, then you go ahead and you turn on your coffee machine called Autotrade, and then you can start getting into the trade. But you don't wake up in the morning, turn on Ninja Trader, turn on the Autotrade before you even have coffee, and you expect him to come back and see your P&L flying somewhere. It's not gonna happen. Go have your coffee, relax, get your head together, and then start looking at the market 5 minutes before you make a decision. Then you auto trade. If you don't do that, I give you a guarantee 100%, you have no chance to survive in this market. Go ahead, spend as much as you want optimization on the weekend. Ruin your life on the weekends, then using it with your family. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. So now, as we see here, we shrink our profit to 475 to 500. I know this market is going to this area here, target 1, and is going back down. This is your call. This is your call, folks. There is no such a business as going to earn you money and we turn our brain off. There's no such a business. There is no such a business. Just because we have a beautiful brown eyes, it does not mean somebody is going to serve us food and we only eat with fork and knife. You got to grab your food in this business. Because you have to think you're not the only one is auto trading. There is much more smarter people there with education, and they have much smarter auto trade than you are. You cannot come in with a Pinto called ATR and you think you're gonna smoke somebody, have busted his butt to learn, and you're gonna come and tell him, move over, I wanna take your chair. You're not gonna take his chair, he's gonna laugh at you. And for every dollar somebody lose, somebody else make this dollars. So when you lose a trade, somebody was smarter than you and made the money. We cannot be all winners. So as we see here, we still stuck on target 2, profit taken. And now if this market want to go up, it's going to be re-entry somewhere around 45.29. If this market going to target 3, I'm forced closing the auto trade. And I will not be forced closing only the ES, I will be forced closing also the YM as well, because the YM follow the ES blindly. I do not need to look at the YM levels. When I see the ES is, I'm going to close the ES trade, immediately I will close the YM trade with it, immediately. There's no use to look at the chart. So the technical chart for YM doesn't say anything to me, except if I want to make a decision to close trade or not. But the main decision is coming from the ES, and if the ES is not doing well, the rest are not doing well. The ES is your oxygen to the market. Again, your ES is an oxygen to your market. So if you are only trade Nasdaq, you don't look at the ES, you're driving with one eye. You're not driving with two eyes. So now look at this, what is going to happen now. We close that trade. We show you the difference between you know what's going on and you don't know what's going on. Where is this ES we said is going to? Where we said the ES is going to the target 1, yeah? Go back to the video. Whatever we say, count me for it. What we said is going to happen is coming to the target 1 and is going back. It's going to get stuck in here for a while now. It's going to try to test the target 1 and target 2, target 1, target 2. How many people are going to lose money here? A lot. And when you know what's going on, you laugh about it, because the market works like a clock. Look what happened. Look what happened, please. Put those P&Ls on the side. What happened? Came into target 2, came into target 1, where the ES stop at target 1. Why? It's testing. It's trying to get out of this channel between target 1 and target 2. When we first started, the target 1 was profit taken, went back, come back, the seller pushed it, then they went and took the target 2. They tried to push it further, they couldn't, profit taken. What happened? The market goes back to target 1. As you see, it's like you're watching a movie. And now it's going to go back to target 2. If you don't understand this, you are in a big trouble in the market. You're going to lose. I don't care what auto trade you're going to use. And there you go. What happened to the market? Came right to the tick on the market. You know, there is one guy say, give me an education person, I can win over him. Give me an illiterate man, he always can win. And that is true. When you are sitting with an educated person, you can win over him or he can win over you. But when you are sitting with an illiterate, naive, he always can win. So this unprofessional trader, no matter what he thinks, he's always gonna find an answer to prevent him from learning. For any reason, he will find a door to exit, and he will always win. Money-wise, he will always lose. So now if we see the target 1 came in, and then here the market now is sitting in between. The market is still, there is a potential to the downside. It's 10:38. Probably they surprise us by 11 o'clock, and probably they yank it all the way to the target 3. I don't know. The target 3 is for the afternoon. Once we hit the target 2, it is finished for today. But we're going to stay a little bit longer and look at this. Welcome to trading. Welcome to trading, gentlemen. Here it is. live with it. So tell me which optimization, which auto trade, which time frame you will be using to prevent this maneuver which we see every single day. How are you going to prevent that? How? For God's sake, just tell me how you're going to prevent that. Look what happened in here on the ES. Went, as we said before it happened, went to target 2, take a profit, went back to target 1, and now they are messing our head, and now the ES is going back and forth between target 1 and target 2 until they decide to push it down. And it looked like they are going to push it down, but we don't know when. So there we go. Look at this ES. And you can see how the ES is stuck between target 1 and target 2. And there is no confusion about it. There is no confusion, folks. Look at this. Look at this. Where is the money to be made? Where's the money to be made? The ES going between target 1 and target 2. Where is the money to be made? The auto trade, any auto trade require couple 3 bars before he can ignite a trade. So for those amateur traders, they are using ATR auto trade now. They're eating bananas. They're losing constantly. And there we go. Look at this. So what is the confusion about the market? There is no confusion. There is no confusion. There we go. So when we are, if you notice, if we want to measure what's going on, you can see from the momentum is all pointing down. So there is a good potential this market is going down, and they're finally able to push it down. What time is it now? 10:41. And then they're gonna yank us around. By 11 o'clock, we're gonna hit target 3, and you kiss it goodbye. Whoever made money, and who didn't, live with it. Welcome to trading. Grow up and learn. There we go. We have this level, 45.15. If we survive that, hit on target 3, the market is done for today. There is nothing left. Nothing. It's done. What time now? It's 10:41. Whatever we planned, it happened. Where is going to target 1 again? CL. Let's put this one on the side. CL. Where is the CL going? If you are on a trading, here is your stop right there. This is a re-entry at 100.18. It's right there. This is your re-entry. What we are looking at to see if this CL going to break the 100 level. If he is, he's gonna get stuck at 121. You see where is the resistance? You can see where is the support. The CL is, this is the resistance, this is the support. And if we look a little bit, we can see how the CL right in line at 99.28. Look at this. right in line. If we look at the momentum here, it's a mixed market. It's a mixed market, sideways. And then we are, look what happened to the ES. Nothing. Nothing. They want to push it down again to the 45.16 and the final nail in the coffin at 45.10, and it is finished. So you don't have to sit miserably behind a computer all day long, getting a suntan from all those screens. I wish I have this luxury. You see? Where is the money to be made? Where is the money to be made? When somebody call me today and tell me I'm not making money, the first question I want to say, are you looking at the chart? Sam, why I'm not making money today? Did you look at the ES? What number is the ES? I don't know. Is it negative or positive? I don't know. What is the average price today on an E? I don't know. Okay, you don't know anything. No. Is it long or short, Sam? Well, I don't know. Flip a coin. Why you're calling me to ask me that? So on the YM closed by itself at 1960. And if we're looking at the ES, we're going in a circle. Nothing happening here. It's going back to target 1. There is no long trade. There is no long trade. Everything pointing short, and also on the CL at the moment, I don't see any potential short on this at the moment. We'll see what happens. It's very mixed market, and then you can see this is not a long trade. When you are Autotrader and ATR, by now you are in a deep problem, because there is no long trade. When you are using an Autotrade, dummy Autotrade, sometimes you can make that trade, sometimes. But if we look, by the time this market start going here, most of those unprofessional traders or Autotraders, now they start getting signal long and their auto trade start taking long, but there is no long. If my auto trade is going to take long in here, I'll shut it down immediately, because there is no long. There is no long. There is short only. Even if this ES tried to break that area here, it's going to stop right there. There is nothing to drive the ES further than 45.31. So if we notice here, look at this, just give me 5 minutes. If you lost half of your money in 2 months, give me 5 minutes of your time. And by this time here, right now, everybody jumping on a long, everyone. Technically, that market is not long yet. Once it crosses this line here, it will be long. Right now, this maneuver here is going to drop back down again, and this is not going to survive. If this market survives, then we're going to start switching from short to long. As long as this market below that number, we're only going short. Once this market go above that number, we will wait on the pullback re-entry, and we confirm the long, and we start thinking only long. If you notice here, By this time, when the traders fall into this trap, the market going back and blowing in their face, and they lose money. And there we go. There we go. Welcome to trading. We have said from the beginning of the webinar, once we hit target 2, we're going to be going around between target 1 and target 2. And there we go. So now what we are waiting on, we know we have predicted from 10 o'clock, if you go back on this webinar, what we are waiting for to see if they're going to drop it to target 3. That's all. And there is no option right now for long, for now. For now. Can it change in 5 minutes? Let's see. As long as this market below the 45.31.75, we are on the short. Once this market cross that, now we can recalculate our position in the market and we make a decision based on that. As long as this market below the 45.31, we're only thinking short. Pullback, re-entry, short. So this is exactly what is my crosser, because you have the 45.31.75 in conjunction with double resistance. When there is a double resistance and a double support, the market stops. And then what we are required is the buyers push that line. And right now, as we see here, is mixed. So we are keeping our eye on the 45.31 to see if it can or would be able to survive above the 45.31. So we just monitor this. We just monitor this to see if they are able to break it. If they are able to break it and stay above that number, now we are switching our mind from short position only to long position only. If this market, as you see, cannot cross the 45.31, we're staying on a short position. So now here it is. Let's see if it's going to survive. Hold on. You can see how the ES came into the wake on that number and is trying so hard to break the 45.31.75. We are dealing with one tick here. And you can see how the ES, you see, not to numbers, to the tick. 45.31.75, and is really struggling. Look at this. It's really struggling to break that. Now they are trying to push it. And let's see if this gonna able to do that. Don't jump on the first bar moves. Wait. Wait. This is the oldest trick in the book. What you need to do, identify trend, pull back, re-entry. Don't jump on the first breakout. Do not do that. Not unless if you know what you're doing. As we see here, the ES is coming exactly to that number and start losing the ground. Has nothing to do with your auto trade and your P&L. Let's see if they are able. You can see how struggling this ES, breaking that. Look. Now we understand. The question, do I take a manual trade in here? This is a high risk trade, but you can still take a short trade when the first time hit this number. It's okay to take a short trade. If the ES keep trying that number, it will be a matter of time before he can break it. So he gets slaps the first time he come into those numbers. Maybe he tried to get slapped 2 times, 3 times. But if the ES keep trying to poke that number, that means there is a potential is going to break. So if you wanted to take a short on that number, you should try it from the first time when the ES, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, CL hit that number. But if the ES are trying to hit this number very often, like what we are seeing here, every time is hitting that number is getting weak. It's like you have a thick wall and your hammer on that thick wall. The first time you hit it, you're not gonna knock the wall down. The second time, the third time, the fourth, and then the foundation start getting weaker. And the same thing here on the ES, when it's breaking the wall the first time, the second time, 3 times, this number become weaker. It's no longer, it's like it's not gonna hold forever, the ES down. No. But when the ES keep trying 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, when you are taking short in here on the 3rd time or the 4th time, you are on higher risk than when it hit the first time. So as we see the ES try to break that number many times and fell. And now it got stuck excuse me, got stuck between the projection and this number here. Now if this market go below this projection, that means we are dropping all the way down. If this market able to break that number here, that means the whole short position is finished. So the market is sideways for a reason, and the reason is right there, this number, and followed by double resistance as we said. And then if this market able to break that, now we are switching from short to long. Very simple. If the market break that number and can hold above that number, that means we are on a long trade. As we see now in the ES, gentlemen, is stuck. After we explain to you what happened right now in here, which trader with a right mind will take short trade or long trade? Which trader with a right mind? Because there is the ES sitting on both of direction. It could be short or long. So which manual trader with a right mind is gonna go long or short in here? Because we don't know yet. We are waiting to see if this market able to break that number or not. So as a professional trader, you cannot determine if this market going long or short. Why you think your auto trade is gonna determine for you? Why? If you as a human, you can see the ES can go drop from that number And if he break that number, it's going to be long. So when you're activating your auto trade and you optimize that auto trade on the weekend, how is going to help you here? Or if you are coming at 9 o'clock or 9:30, turn on your auto trade and you don't see this, most likely you're going to lose the first trade, which is going to be a couple $100, and this is not pleasant. If we see here, we understand the situation on the ES level is 453175. We predict it. Before it happened, what time is it? It's 11 o'clock. This is exactly working on the clock. It's exactly working on the clock. Nasdaq traders. Why you don't have long? Look here. You have 4 different resistance. Even if you take a long, you're not going to survive it long. It's going to be close at 149.18. So if you're auto trade taking a trade on the Nasdaq, immediately break even. Immediately break even. Because most likely 9 out of 10 is not going to able to break that number. 9 out of 10. Your chances of breaking that level is going to be 1 out of 10. So if you're auto trade taking a trade in here, and the Nasdaq, if you notice here, the Nasdaq is sitting on idle, waiting on Mr. 007 called ES to see if we are able to break. If this one able to break, the Nasdaq is going to react. If the ES not able, is going to drag every single market down with him. That's how it works. And now right under our eye, if we monitor this bar, then it start getting lower and start getting lower, you can see how we are start losing ground on the ES and start getting weak. He couldn't break that wall, and now we are going for a very nasty trades. And this is a very nasty trade on the ES, and it is on a high risk trade, whether you are a manual trading or auto trading. So now an amateur trader, whether he's taking long or short, maybe he got lucky with one trade today. The next week he will bump into 5 losing trades. Maybe he get lucky today for one trade, and then he lose 5 trades. He's not consistent. It's like driving a pickup truck with one light, no brakes, no steering wheel, going down the hill. It's a matter of time before you wreck and your account is gone. 11 o'clock, the ES start losing momentum, start losing the ground, and we will see what happened. Guys, I'm gonna take 5 minutes of break. I'm losing my voice, as you see right now, there is nothing to trade, you know. Whoever made money, that's what it is when we, earlier today when we are trading, whoever made money, and whoever didn't make money, it's too late to make money. Let me give you an example here. Nasdaq on the 15-second, this is coming from the market analyzer. He took the trade from the bottom because it's 15-second. Where is this Nasdaq playing on? The double resistance. How long this Nasdaq is struggling here? Why your trading stop is all the way down? Why? Those are fib line. Why? We secure some of the profit. If I don't know if this Nasdaq going to break these numbers, I don't know if the ES, if we look at the ES, it's sliding all the way down. So why not take in $700 and wait? We're gonna go to the short position very soon. If the ES keep eating banana like this, we're gonna go down all the way down. So take your profit, $700, put it on the side. We'll wait till we see what Mr. 007 here is gonna do, and then we can make a decision on the rest. They are irrelevant. This is the oxygen for the market, is the ES. This is the oxygen for the market. You don't look at ES, you're lost. So we are not doing anything. We don't want to take a trade until we see this ES start going down. And as we see here, if we look at the wicks from the bars or the bars itself, you can see how it start. You don't need to be genius to see how it's going farther away from that number. Every bar is going farther away from the previous bar, indicating this market is going down. If you notice, the market climb, couldn't make it, start taking a slap, and every bar is going farther away from that number, and we are sitting here on an idle, and there is no direction, and when there is no direction, we are sitting on the side. And this is why when you come in the morning, you have the buffet table, all the things you can eat in the morning. All the buffet, you know, it's like a buffet table. And you have to be fast, precise, get your money and get out. Because the longer you are in the market, as we face it right now, I don't want to tell you how many hundreds of thousands of people right now for the last 30 minutes, worldwide, they are losing money on the ES. Auto trading, manual trading, banana trading, voodoo trading, whatever you want to call it, they are losing their pants off. Why? Because they are not looking. And when the market is sideways, you cannot get hair out of a bull-headed man. There is no money to be made because the market is not moving and is sitting on idle here, and we are waiting on some movement before we can jump in the rain again. So that the secret in the trading, you come in, you turn on your Ninja Trader, you analyze what's going on in the market for 5 minutes with your cup of coffee, and then you say, okay, I'm gonna wait 5 minutes before I jump in, 10 minutes. I don't like where is the ES right now. I'm gonna wait another 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You nail one trade, a good trade, and get out. You walk away. That is the smart trader. Not the guy sitting miserably from 8 to 8 every evening, you know. Because we have some people like, you know, on Sunday afternoon, Sam, I'm sitting doing nothing, I'm bored. So I'm looking at Ninja Trader, you know, do you want to come in and talk about it? No, I'm not going to sit down on Sunday afternoon, chit chat with you and hold hands talking about ES and fib lines. I want to be with my family. So what I'm saying is you need to make schedule for your time, that you should not sit miserably on the weekend wasting time. It's irrelevant. You should save your energy for Monday, and while you are trading, you can understand what's going on and learn, because on the first hour, when you find a fish, you catch it, you eat it, and then you leave. That's it. That's all what you can do in the trading. So now as we see, they are trying to go up. I'm not optimistic on that. Wait, let's see what's going on. And let's see if this bar going to close above. And then we're gonna a turn from short to long. Wait, let's see. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Wait. Now we start getting stronger. Let me show you something, guys. On the first breakout, we don't react. If we look at the wick, we need confirmation now the resistance becomes support. Then you go on a full throttle with the long. You see? You see where is the wick? It's right above that. On the first breakout is irrelevant. Now, when the market drop, we want to make sure we have the ground to lean on if we want to take a trade. The best way to trade here is to take a long trade on a sim. Long trade here on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade. And your stop loss right below the support area. If you do that, it doesn't matter if you take it from here or here. Your stop loss is on the same spot, right below the support area. Some people you hear on the net, they're bragging about 15 ticks of stop loss, 10 ticks. They're all garbage. You cannot say I'm going to trade the market based on 15 as a manual trader. Or 10 or 20. Whether you take a trade from here, we call that trade for you long. Whether you want to trade from here or here or here, at the moment your stop loss should be hidden behind the support area. You do not use your stop loss and protect it. And this is a long trade. And now, if we look at those bars, they come in the first time, support, and is holding. And now let's see. Look at this. The bar movement. You can see now the ES is coming between two major factor here. Look at this. Is he going to hold above that number? And most likely is going to. Hold on. Hold on. For a manual trader, where you need to put a long trade? Right here. 45.31 right above the number on a sim. 45.31. Why? If this market going up again, we get filled and the market goes up again. There is no short right now. Hold on. Hold on. Be patient with the market. Nasdaq, there is no trade. Neither long or short, there is no trade. CL, yes, you have a long trade right there. At on a sim, please, we're not responsible for your trade. You have a long trade at 100.51 or 52. You can put a long trade limited order right there. On the ES limited order, buy at 45.31.75. Limited order. Nasdaq, there is no trade on the Nasdaq. Okay, there we go. Look at this. We called it right on time. We called it right on time. And it is, look at this. Here, there is a very strong trend. The momentum is very strong. This one here is wishy-washy, half-half. And it's a very strong trend. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a break 5 minutes and we'll continue today a little bit longer. Thank you. On your CL, the one we called that trade for you, on the CL, if we are breaking the 10065, we climb in all the way to the 101. Sorry, we climb into the 190, and then all the way straight to 101. So this is a good deal on the CL. If we look at the momentum, is long. The pullback, don't let it scare you. It came in, touched the 164 two times, and it's gonna go back and try to break that line here, 166. Do not scare you. If you are a little bit worried about it, or if you're not in the trade, you can put a limited order on a sim at 116 or 117. Limited order long. So if you're not in that trade, you still have a chance to put it 118 or 117. And if you are already on that long trade, it's a matter of time. It's going to break the 100. There is a very strong momentum here, and there is a good potential for us to break that number. If we look at the CL is trying to break that number, good momentum. We're breaking it, a matter of time. ES, we told you not to go short, and it's gonna start climbing above the 45.33.75. Nasdaq, no trade. No trade on the Nasdaq, no matter what you do with it. You can go upside down with it. There is no trade. You're gonna lose. On the Nasdaq, you're going to lose. Whether you go short or long, you're going to lose. So if you are auto traded Nasdaq, good luck. You need it. And there we go, as we expected, the 100. Now the resistance becomes support. It was perfect timing when we called that trade, and there is a lot more to go up with it. Don't let it scare you. There is a good momentum in there, and the next trial, it will be on 191. If we are crossing the 191, that will be your best trade for today on the CL. If you have not been taking a trade, you can do that on the sim, and right now it is exactly 100.20 long trade. And as we see, the CL rolling, perfect timing, perfect entry, and we will find perfect exit. This is the way. You need to do it before you call yourself a trader. Not every guy bought a license with a Ninja Trader become a trader. I still do not trust the Nasdaq, guys. Don't let it fool you. Why? Again, target 2, profit taking. Not unless if they are going to drag to target 3 on the ES. So keep monitoring. Look at this. Target 2. Look, look, look. They are monkeying us around. Look, target 2, profit taking, going to target 1. The same story happened in the ES. And now you understand why you don't make money, because you're not looking. You're just jet skiing with your eyes closed. You're expecting to make money, and there is sharks right under your feet. You cannot close your eye in the market or go to sleep or honeymooning. I don't know how anyone can concentrate honeymooning if you have position in the market. You must have a good pills. Because I can't. When before we used to hold position long time on the ES, not on a daily trading. Sometimes I had to wake up middle of the night to see where I am, and that was a nightmare. I didn't like it getting up middle of the night where I am on the ES. Am I rich or poor? You know, you couldn't. So right now, as we expected on the CL, the next level we call the perfect trade, and then right now at 10091. If we look at the momentum, there is a good potential to break that one. Do not close that trade we called for you on the sim. Keep going, stay with it, because as a matter of time, it's going back to test this level here, and then as a matter of time, is going up to break that level. If he break that level, has nothing to do with your performance or your auto trade performance. If this ES, the CL, break that level, this means you are on a ride for a big fish for that trade. If the ES not able to break that level, you are in a hot banana here. You need to close and secure some of the profit. So now as we see, the CL is coming to that support area. There is a strong momentum and there is a good potential. It's going to try again, and it's going to break the 100.90. If you break it and you're still in that trade, you mark on your chart, the next level will be 101.56, and kiss it goodbye and have a nice weekend. That's all what you need to do. For the Nasdaq, it seems like they're gonna go for the target 3 on the Nasdaq. ES is gonna hold in here. It's going to make your Nasdaq go back. Stay out of Nasdaq. It's not good to trade Nasdaq. Stay away from it. Even if it drops all the way to target 3, don't. It's not clear. Because you have Mr. ES here, have a long way to go before he goes short. So when the ES have a long way to go short, I'm not gonna go ahead, activate a trade on the Nasdaq for short. So stay away from the Nasdaq right now. It's not your game. For the advanced people, they know what they are doing. But stay away from it, because right now, any pullback or any retracement coming from the ES, this short trade on the Nasdaq is going to go right back at you, and it's going to lose money. Stay away from trouble. Don't fight, you know, like a wife, don't fight with her, She can make your life miserable. And here, you're not going to win over a woman. I don't care where she's from. And here, you don't fight the market. You just smooth it out and stay away from the trouble so you can sleep at night. Now I want to monitor the CL is able to cross the 190. And if we are able to cross the 190, you are on a big fish on that trade. And on the Nasdaq, I don't trust the Nasdaq. I'm monitoring the ES to see if we are going to hold above the 45.2650, or we're going to collapse again to the target 2. So it is really today, it's been very tight market, very tight. It was a trending. Whoever made money, and the ones that were late, now they are facing the hardest time for today in the market is right here. Right here. So now it's 11:28. The clock is against you because by 12 o'clock everything is finished. Lunchtime, and whoever jumped on the trade early today made money, and the one is slow, and now he's facing problems in the market. There is more potential right now to lose money on the ES and Nasdaq in this area more than ever. Your odds are you are going to lose money right now on the ES Nasdaq. It's not clear. Your best offer CL, and if there is no trade on the CL, stay away. Don't ruin your Friday. Because, you know, on the weekend, this has happened to me. On the weekend, you say, why I did this, why I said that, why I jumped without looking at here. So that can ruin your weekend. Play it safe. Even $100 profit. Play it safe. And right now, the CL is climbing up again. Want to break that area, and we'll see if he's able to break it. And it's been trying now for a couple of times, so we'll see if the CL able to break the 192. If he is, which I think he will, then we are climbing directly to the 101.55. That is a lovely trade. On the ES, we are sitting sideways. So Nasdaq is stopping on the double support sideways, and there we go. Now the Nasdaq is gonna react. If the ES able to break it, then we going again to the target 2. There we go. We're going to target 2. What time is it? 11:31. Super. Okay, I'm gonna stay quiet a little bit. Thank you. Okay, folks, the market is done. You still have re-entry on the CL at 137. On the Simplies, you have a re-entry on that number. Nasdaq ES, they're not tradable anymore. We're calling it off for today. I want to say thank you very much. Please be safe, and wish you a really